Coming up, go get it!
Smokin' Gun Outdoors, reality TV for Tidewater's hunters and fishermen.
Ain't none better.
Welcome to the Smokin' Gun Outdoors Season 1 wrap-up show. This past year, we produced and aired more than 20 hunting and fishing shows. All of these shows were produced locally, featured local hunters and anglers, and featured locally bought products and services in the Tidewater, Virginia area. According to a 2002 U.S. Fish and Wildlife Survey, over 82 million United States residents fished, hunted, or wildlife watched in 2001, fueling a $108 billion economy. 1 in every 5 U.S. citizens either hunted or fished in at least 16 days per year during the survey period, demonstrating the rising interest Americans have in participating in the great outdoors. This is certainly true for residents living in Tidewater, Virginia, given the enormous wildlife habitat offered by national forests, local woods, and farmland, and our close proximity to the Chesapeake Bay and Atlantic Ocean. Since we are local hunters and fishermen ourselves, the crew of the Smokin' Gun Outdoors is committed to sharing local knowledge, tips, and techniques, providing both informative and entertaining local programming to meet the needs of local sportsmen. The only thing we ask you to do is keep watching the show and support our sponsors, without which the show would not be possible.
Work it! Work it! That's what we're talking about! 44.5 inch, caught by Steve Forrest on an umbrella. Come on over here and tell me what you thought of this fish, Steve. What'd you say? Halfway through the battle, you said he's foul hook.
I was pretty sure it was a foul hook 30-incher.
But it turned out to be a 44.5 inch. We're going to release him.
Girth on that fish.
Steve's going to get a citation. Look at the fat girth on him.
Gotta love the Smokin' Gun.
All right, nice temperature out here. Nice temperature break. Nice bird. We're going to let him go and find some more.
Don't go away. The Smokin' Gun Outdoors will be right back.
Now, let's take a look at some footage taken from a spring gobbler hunt near Isle of Wight County, where Captain Hogg put us up close and personal with one of his favorite birds to hunt.
That's what I'm talking about, boys. Good luck turkey hunting. I hope your heart beats as fast as mine when you see that red head and that black body come strutting on out.
Eat more turkey. Y'all grab a cup of coffee. We'll be right back with more Smokin' Gun Outdoors.
Why choose Lynnhaven Marine? The answer is simple. Lynnhaven Marine is the most comprehensive boat dealership in Hampton Roads, locally owned and operated for nearly 30 years. There's a large selection of new and pre-enjoyed boats, with 2 showrooms offering name brand boats. Lynnhaven Marine has more certified mechanics than any other dealer in the state. The service department opens 7 days per week, from Memorial Day till Labor Day. Lynnhaven Marine is your one-stop shop for sales, service, and storage. That's why customers say, it's a breeze at Lynnhaven Marine.
Now, the most advanced outboard technologies in the world come together in one remarkable line of engines. Machines designed for power and performance, engineered to run cleaner and quieter, and built for maximum durability, quality, and reliability. With their oversized components and simple design, E-Tech engines from Evinrude stand up to the toughest use, with no scheduled maintenance for 3 years, no break-in period, no costly oil changes, ever. Now's the time to seriously consider an E-Tech outboard for your boat.
Evinrude E-Tech engines, offered locally at Lynnhaven Marine. Looking for adventure? Book a charter aboard the 36-foot Smokin' Gun, where you will experience the finest in lower Chesapeake Bay and nearshore sport fishing. With over 30 species of sport fish to choose from and year-round fishing out of Hampton, Virginia, Captain Hog will customize your trip to meet your party's needs. With cold weather brings big striped bass. Rockfish season starts October and lasts into January. Book a trip today. Portions of the Smokin' Gun Outdoors are brought to you by Bishop Fishing Supply, your full-service tackle store. Lynnhaven Marine, for sales, service, and storage. It's a breeze at Lynnhaven Marine. Cook's Moving Service, your local and long-distance moving specialists. A family-owned and operated business. Cobia Securities. If you're an investor who demands strong financial advice, call or stop by our nearest office today. Welcome back to the Season 1 wrap-up show of the Smokin' Gun Outdoors. Smokin' Gun Outdoors is truly reality TV for Tidewater's hunters and fishermen. Whether you're fishing or hunting the vast bays and inlets of the Chesapeake or the rich ocean waters of the Atlantic, you will find nearly year-round productive sporting activity locally in Tidewater, Virginia. Here's some hunting and fishing footage we aired this past year, showing you some of the diversity that local hunters and anglers enjoy year-round in southeastern Virginia. Welcome back to the Smokin' Gun Outdoors. Today's episode takes us to the shoaling waters at the mouth of the lower Chesapeake Bay in search of large schools of red drum. Today's guide is the host of the show and full-time charter boat captain out of Hampton, Virginia, Captain Chandler Hogg. Captain Hogg invited local anglers Tilford Smith, Travis Abbott, and their friend Austin Gassner to participate in an evening time tag and release fishing adventure aboard the Smokin' Gun. Jay Young, a volunteer for the Virginia Gamefish tagging program, and his son Travis were also invited to assist with the catch, tag, and release of these mature red drum. So far, Captain Hogg has tagged and released a healthy 46-inch red, while Travis Abbott's fish was not as cooperative, spitting the hook before capture. The crew, disappointed by losing the opportunity to collect data on this fish, were not discouraged as red drum feed well into the night.
Take island, somebody cleared island. All right, which one? Ready, work. Easy with it. I think that's the drum, boys.
Hell yeah!
Yes!
Woo!
That's what I'm talking about.
Nice,
All right.
Nice round of applause.
That's good job. Pretty work, Travis. Travis, where are you from, buddy?
Marion, North Carolina.
I hear you. Marion, North Carolina.
Yeah, one more time.
What are you doing in town in the Tidewater area?
Living with my dad.
Visiting your daddy. I tell you what, he said he'd bring you out here and catch you a big red drum. Do you think it was going to be like this? You were hoping it would. I tell you what, this is a nice fish right here. Really nice fish. This is a beautiful fish.
Yeah, let him go, baby. Let him go. Woo! Look at that drag scream at it.
Here we go. Here he is, right here.
let's see if
Here he is. There he is, right there. Pretty fish. Look at that.
Whoa! Woo! Look at that fish!
Come on up here, buddy. Cut it off. Cut him off. Cut him off. Cut it off.
Now that's a way to get broken on
Right
drum.
there.
That's a way to catch. That's a good first drum right there, boy.
This fish was hooked inside the mouth. We've got metal hooks that are going to rust out. What we did is we just cut the line. We didn't worry about hurting his stomach or anything. Man, this is a nice fish. Travis, look at this beaut.
That is a stud.
Let's get a weighing on it, a measurement on him. 47.
Yep.
47 inches. All right, let's get this tag and stick. Tag him. All right.
You guys want me to revive that stud?
47. Okay, I'm gonna take
Can you hold it up beside him and we get a picture?
Yep.
Good work.
That's one for the record books right there, boys. What do you think, Travis?
Big.
He's big. That's
That was my
what I
last
like.
picture.
All right.
Want me to get him back?
I got it. All right.
My man.
Those big ones with that kick of that tail, boy, they are ready to go. Boom. He was off. He was ready to go again. I tell you what, you bring somebody out here for the first time, Travis.
Good job, baby.
Travis, come on over here, man. That's what I'm talking about.
That was nice.
That was good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Travis, if you could feel his heart beating through his hand right here, you would know how exciting that is. That's awesome.
Fun.
Good job, buddy.
Thanks.
You were up for the challenge of the fish and you did everything perfect. Awesome. Awesome.
That fish weighed at 46 inches.
No, fish on! Fish on! Fish on!
Ooh-wee. I'm glad he ain't after me. Stick around. We'll be right back with more heart-pounding action on Smokin' Gun Outdoors.
Get him away.
Two coming in right here, right to the right of the stove. Two coming from behind. They look like they're going to do it. Coming right in the hole. Coming in, boys. Coming in. Take him. Yes, sirree.
Manley, I let you miss before I killed him, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Rollins is good at that.
Come here, bullet. Right here. Come here, boy. Bullet, come right here.
He wanted to come right by the camera. He's smart.
What can the middle of nowhere teach us about financial advice? environment. Wachovia Securities. Talk to us. Together we can achieve uncommon results.
It began as a relationship, which led to a commitment and developed into a partnership. Meet Michael and Danielle Ramey, leaders of the Ramey team. They want to be your family realtors. This unique husband and wife collaboration is backed by the strength and experience of Long and Foster. Michael and Danielle's team is ready to professionally market your home and get the most for it, or help you find the home you've always wanted. Michael and Danielle Ramey lead the Ramey team. You'll benefit from their partnership.
Portions of the Smokin' Gun Outdoors are brought to you by Bishop Fishing Supply, your full-service tackle store. Michael and Danielle Ramey, Realtors. Whether you're ready to professionally market your home or find the home you've always wanted, the Ramey team is your family realtors. Cook's Moving Service, your local and long-distance moving specialists. A family-owned and operated business. Wachovia Securities. If you're an investor who demands strong financial advice, call or stop by our nearest office today. Each episode of the Smokin' Gun Outdoors is produced not only to entertain, but to inform local hunters and anglers of particular products or services available, and also to share local knowledge among fellow sportsmen. These next clips will hopefully give you a taste of what we learned over the past year and help quench your thirst for knowledge as we learn from the locals.
Hi, my name is Mike Osterling. I'm a fisheries aquaculture specialist at the Virginia Institute of Marine Science. One of the projects we're working on is aquaculture of marine bait fish, looking for different opportunities for people in the Chesapeake Bay. Looking at different ways that people can use our natural resources without really abusing them. A lot of times you use the baits from the wild. Now we can culture bait so you don't impact the natural population. And it's a lot easier than having to spend 2 or 3 hours to catch your bait before you go out fishing if you just stop and pick them up at your local bait store.
The baited champions. Look at that. That's a nice one too. Probably 25 inches. Feels good on that light tackle, doesn't it, Mike?
It does.
Man, he doesn't want to come up. I know that. There you go. That is a nice fish. Woohoo, baby. Good job.
Good job. Nice fish.
Well, this is nice to know that the fish works.
Oh yeah. I tell you what, he ate it right there like candy, didn't he?
Indeed.
Sucked it in like an M&M.
There was no doubt when it hit. No doubt whatsoever.
And these spot right here are perfect size. Perfect mouth size right there. Mike, nice fish.
Thank you, Captain. It is a big fish.
Nice fish.
Of course, it's all Captain's job to put us on the fish, right?
I'll try.
It's our job to catch it.
Try. There we go. First run in the box.
I hate to say this, we've been culturing these things for 3 years now. That's the first fish I've caught with the fish that we cultured.
Yep, got another volunteer for the cooler ride. Smokin' Gun Outdoors will be right back.
Welcome back to the show, where the flounder catching is already in progress. Captain Hogg and the Smokin' Gun Outdoors accepted an invitation to go fishing on the Back River Reef with Skid Joyner of Poquoson, Virginia. Skid is a highly respected small boat angler who has pioneered a method for wreck fishing for large flounder in the lower Chesapeake Bay. This method of targeting large flounder involves anchoring directly over or alongside of structure and then casting out live baits in and around that structure. As Skid explained to us, like any wreck fishing, using live baits on structure takes a lot of patience, and losing sinkers, line, hooks, and bait is just the cost of doing business. Here, Skid proved to us that the rewards of catching large flounder outweighed the costs.
That's a nice fish right there, Skid.
Yeah, I think my line might be a little frayed. I'm scared I might
Try to
lose.
get him in the boat. Skid, the oyster toad catching kid, is now redeeming himself with a nice flounder. Oh man, you're not kidding, that is a nice flounder. Oh yes! Man, he's getting me wet. That is a fish. Look at that one.
See, that's what I'm talking about right there. We need about 12 more just like that.
You got him good.
You see what I'm saying? Right next to the boat. I just throw it right up there and let it come back.
That is a good
What I do is I let you bring them all into me over here, and then I'll come over here and call.
I'm chumming them up. See, I'm leaving all my weights down there on the bottom. That is a nice one.
I'm just going to hook puller. Should be.
Trusty, rusty hook puller.
Yep.
How long you been fishing out here for these, Skid?
About 8 years. I first started, I was tog fishing one day. I had some live bait, so I thought I'd throw them over the side. I turned my back and fished. I looked back again, and the line was bent over, and I reeled it up. Sure enough, it was an 8-pound flounder.
That's a nice flounder.
I caught 2 citations that day and a bunch of little fish, and just ever since then, it's been
I
hot.
don't think that you were going to lose him.
No, I had him.
I think he was well hooked.
Oh, it's on now, baby. Let's hope our baits hold out.
Now, one thing that I have noticed is every fish has been on this one side. And earlier you were talking about how the current was going to run at kind of an angle and pull our baits up over these rocks.
Right.
And that current really does have a lot of effect on how these fish are laying.
Exactly. You'll always find that one side of the boat is always going to catch more than the other side.
Is that because you're on it?
Well, I try to get on that side when I can.
There you go.
But sometimes I'm willing to give it up, as you see today.
There you go. Well, I hope you share it a couple more times with me. That is a nice fish, Skid. 23 inches. He was 23 inches, Skid. That is a nice fish.
Thank you, sir. Who would imagine anchored up catching fish like that?
I tell you what, everybody dressed for these flounders, but today you are showing me a family secret.
Well, it's definitely paid off for me.
Definitely.
Y'all keep watching. Our sponsors need a little loving too.
Time's slowing up. Yo, it's on now, boys.
Smokin' Gun Outdoors will be right back.
Why choose Lynnhaven Marine? The answer is simple. Lynnhaven Marine is the most comprehensive boat dealership in Hampton Roads, locally owned and operated for nearly 30 years. There's a large selection of new and pre-enjoyed boats, with 2 showrooms offering name brand boats. Lynnhaven Marine has more certified mechanics than any other dealer in the state. The service department opens 7 days per week from Memorial Day till Labor Day. Lynnhaven Marine is your one-stop shop for sales, service, and storage. That's why customers say, it's a breeze at Lynnhaven Marine.
Now, the most advanced outboard technologies in the world come together in one remarkable line of engines. Machines designed for power and performance, engineered to run cleaner and quieter, and built for maximum durability, quality, and reliability. With their oversized components and simple design, E-Tech engines from Evinrude stand up to the toughest use, with no scheduled maintenance for 3 years, no break-in period, no costly oil changes, ever. Now's the time to seriously consider an E-Tech outboard for your boat.
Evinrude E-Tech engines, offered locally at Lynnhaven Marine. Looking for adventure? Book a charter aboard the 36-foot Smokin Gun, where you will experience the finest in lower Chesapeake Bay and nearshore sport fishing. With over 30 species of sport fish to choose from and year-round fishing out of Hampton, Virginia, Captain Hogg will customize your trip to meet your party's needs. With cold weather brings big striped bass. Rockfish season starts October and lasts into January. Book a trip today. We are excited about wrapping up Season 1, but get ready because Season 2 is already in production. Check in with our website over the next several months for dates and times of the 2006 season of the Smokin Gun Outdoors. Go to www.smokingunoutdoors.com for more information. We hope that you enjoyed watching the show as much as we did making it. Special thanks to our sponsors, Wachovia Securities, Lynnhaven Marine and Evinrude E-Tech Engines, Michael and Danielle Ramey Realtors, Cook's Moving Service, Mountain Breeze Taxidermy, and Bishop Fishing Supply. If you can, support our sponsors, as they supported us greatly in providing you with local hunting and fishing programming. See you next year in Season 2, as we'll be bringing you more unrehearsed, exciting episode of the Smokin' Gun Outdoors. Well, you can't have a wrap-up show without outtakes and bloopers. Here are a few unscripted moments from Season 1 of the Smokin' Gun Outdoors.
A lot of these fish, especially later in the year, will have these sea lice on them. And they're just parasites that run on the fish, and really they kind of clean them. A lot of people say it's the ocean fish, but you know, catch plenty of fish in the bay with them on them too. People kind of freak out when they see them on the deck and think they're bad, but they're not bad, and they're really not bad to eat.
Let's show the short line, There he is on the shotgun. All right. There he is. There he is for real. The only thing that would make this better is if Casey Graham was out here to catch it.
But he's not.
But he's not. Casey Graham, here you go, Casey. Here's your fish. Right here, buddy. Look at that. Thanks, Casey Graham. Called him right on in there. I may broil him with some Graham and Rollins lump crab meat, courtesy of Casey Graham. I tried to get him out here again today, but he just couldn't come. So he'll have to watch the video on what we did. And he loves flounder fishing.
You notice here, these were female brook trout. If you look close here, you can see the eggs that came out of them. Actually, being honest, those aren't too bad.
That's redneck caviar.
Smokin' Gun Outdoors. Ain't none better.